On the move,
They are going to ensure the robust defense of our NATO allies.
the command from D.C. to move U.S. troops, football stars of tomorrow,
We have a total class of 27 kids.
putting pen to paper for National Signing Day. On the air,
I believe that the system is broken.
Brian Flores defending his decision to sue the Miami Dolphins. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Good morning, South Florida. I'm Julian Davis.
And I'm Zitlali Solache. Today's Thursday, February 3rd, 2022.
From the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
A show of support for allies of the U.S. sending American troops overseas. The command coming down from the commander-in-chief to move American troops closer to Russia.
The network's Callie Ray Skinner from our D.C. Bureau is in Washington, D.C. this morning.
Tensions continue to rise in the Russia-Ukraine crisis as Biden sends 2,000 U.S. troops abroad, shifting 1,000 that are already overseas. The Biden administration has stated the U.S. troops are not going to fight, but are being sent to deter aggression in these allied states.
This force is designed to deter aggression and enhance our defensive capabilities.
These additional forces are separate from the 8,500 forces placed on heightened alert last week. The 1,000 troops that are already in Germany will be repositioning to Romania, while the 2,000 deploying now will be sent to Germany and Poland.
They are moves designed to respond to the current security environment. Moreover, these forces are not going to fight in Ukraine. They are going to ensure the robust defense of our NATO allies.
Russia is continuing to build up its forces along the Ukrainian border despite diplomatic pursuits with the country.
It's important that we send a strong signal to Mr. Putin and, frankly, to the world that NATO matters to the United States.
And warns of Russia's plan to shatter the long-established order of Ukraine. Biden sending troops affirms the relationship the United States has with NATO. Reporting from Washington, D.C. with the South Florida Media Network, this is Callie Ray Skinner.
Parkland shooter Nicholas Cruz's sentence trialing is delayed. Cruz was in court Wednesday for a status hearing where the judge pushed back his trial until the earliest possible date, likely the first week of April. The delay came at the request of prosecutors who said they wanted more time to prepare. Cruz pleaded guilty last October to 17 counts of murder and 17 more of attempted murder.
Brian Flores, former Miami Dolphins head coach, granted several TV interviews to defend his decision to sue the team and the league. Yesterday on CNN's Tonight with Don Lehman, he repeated claims that team owner Stephen Ross offered him to pay him to lose games for a higher draft pick. He also accused the NFL of holding minorities back.
I believe that the system is broken in the National Football League in regards to hiring minorities and black coaches, head coaches, and people in positions of power, GM, head coach.
Overnight Dolphins team owner Stephen Ross issued a statement saying in part, quote, "I take great personal exception to these malicious attacks and the truth must be known. His allegations are false, malicious, and defamatory."
February 2nd was a busy day for the Washington Commanders. Known as the Washington football team since 2020, the NFL franchise announced its new name and also displayed new uniforms and logos. The Commanders have maintained the team's colors. The home kit features a burgundy jersey with gold and white stripes on the shoulders, while the away kit features a white jersey with burgundy stripes.
The stars of the high school gridiron have made their plans for the next few years of football. The network's Anya Joseph has a wrap-up of National Signing Day.
We're kicking off Alumni Week with National Signing Day, the first National Signing Day with FIU's new head coach, Mike McIntyre. Scott Carr, FIU's new athletic director, hired McIntyre last month. FIU football head coach Mike McIntyre officially announced his first recruiting class for the 2022 National Signing Period, which began yesterday.
We have a total class of 27 kids right now that have signed over the two signing periods, and in our, with the new transfer world that everybody talks about and loves to see.
FIU signed a total of 14 new players on the offensive side of the ball, including 2 quarterbacks, 4 wide receivers, 6 offensive linemen, a tight end, and a running back. Defensively, the Panthers signed 11 new student athletes, including 3 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers, 3 cornerbacks, and a safety. The Panthers also signed a punter and a long snapper to consolidate the special teams area. The 2022 signing class includes players from 11 states, including Florida. FIU even signed a player from Australia. Coach McIntyre went on to say, "To put everything together like we have in the last 5 or 6 weeks has been amazing. Our recruiting staff has been phenomenal, our operations staff has been incredible, and our coaching staff has worked tirelessly. The support we have had from the university and athletic department has been exceptional, with everyone diving in to help us." Clearly, Coach McIntyre has a plan for the FIU football team. The university has a lot to be excited about as Coach McIntyre has great energy. FIU should be on the road to a championship real soon. This is Anya Joseph, South Florida Media Network.
They haven't even finished digging out yet, and now people up north are due for another huge winter storm.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
Really, I wanted this to make a space for someone who has lost everything and having them have a house.
She's only a teenager, but one South Florida girl used her own hard work to turn an old camper into a house for someone who is homeless. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
If a natural disaster shows up at your doorstep, you can't just turn it away. That's why it's important to prepare for emergencies before they show up. Go to ready.gov/plan to find the tools and tips you need. And make a plan today.
You really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A South Florida teen building hope for a member of the local homeless community. A year-long service project created by a South Florida high school student will soon be home for someone new.
Mia Bonuti, a senior at Oxbridge Academy in West Palm Beach, decided to spend a part of this pandemic giving back to her community. She renovated a 30-foot long camper.
The idea originally started my sophomore year when I came up with the idea during quarantine, and then it kind of became a reality starting junior year. Really, I wanted this to make a space for someone who has lost everything and having them have a house, even if it is temporary.
The project is part of the Academy's independent study, where a student pursues a topic of interest, and for Mia, it was woodworking. The camper will be donated tomorrow to an organization called Veteran Car Donations.
Many Americans this week are preparing for yet another severe winter storm. A major storm system that dropped significant snowfall yesterday threatens to paralyze parts of the Midwest and South with dangerous weather conditions and power outages for days. Forecasters estimate up to 15 to 20 inches of snow for the Midwest and icy conditions for some in the South, including Texas, well into the weekend.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Zitlali Solatu.
And I'm Julian Davis. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.